Busty and Crusty. I'm about to get ready. I'm going out. But things I wish I knew in my 20s, or things I've learned in my 20s. Child, it's been a lot, but we're gonna start with friendship. Child, let's talk about friendships. It's okay to outgrow your friendships. It's okay not to, be cool with the friend you once knew when it came down to knowing that person from elementary school, daycare, junior high school. It's okay, or even high school. It's okay for outgrowing friendships. Like, let's make that a norm. Okay, sometimes things need to be just let go. Like, you can't save everything. One thing I realized, even in my 20s, like, I knew from a young age that my friends that I had in high school, I wasn't going to be able to, build or be cool with them after high school. Because it's like, I learned that not in high school. I learned that in college. When it came down to me realizing things, people always used to tell me that I'm very mature at a young age. It was certain things that I knew at the ages of 18, 19, like, yo, I can't keep holding on to a friendship that's draining me, and anything I do, if it wasn't in that norm of what they like, I was an outcast. And I didn't like the way I felt after, like, being cool with them. I didn't like the way I felt. It's like I always felt like I was doing something wrong, or if I wasn't able to go out, I was an outcast. Like, it was draining. And also, I just wanted my friends to be there for me. But once I realized that, damn, like, I have to cut them off because it's like, it's toxic, I was like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go. When it comes down to being in your 20s, it's okay to make new friends. I hate the saying, oh, no new friends over here. Trust me, the new friends that you will get, and I understand sometimes it's about loyalty, it's about knowing somebody for years and not letting them go. I understand that, trust me. But sometimes, at our big age, we need some new friends to teach us some things. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you've been friends with somebody over 20 years, that doesn't mean, like, you gotta stop being cool with them or whatever. But sometimes it's cool to have new people in your circle, because you just need to, it's a new generation, new environment. You're becoming a new person. It's like, bro, like, let's be real. Let's be 100% real. Sometimes you need new people in your life to teach you things that you didn't know. Like, trust me, it's okay. I put too much. Oh shit, that's why. Okay, now I know what I did wrong. Okay, I usually don't put concealer over my brows, so yeah, but it's okay. Like, seriously, it's okay. It is okay. When I was in my early 20s, like, okay, story time. When I was in my early 20s, I had these two best friends. Not even my early 20s, even when I was in high school, I had these two best friends. And we kind of grew apart because, one, I had a boyfriend. Two, they just were doing different things than me. Like, the things that they were doing, I couldn't do, because I'm Haitian and I had strict parents, bro. But the thing is like, my mother trusts me to have a boyfriend, but the shit they was doing, smoking, drinking, all that, like, I wasn't with it, because I don't know, like, growing up in a Haitian household, it's crazy. Like, I don't know, it's like, they just know when you're about to do some dumb shit. I don't like how my eyebrows look, so I'm gonna do it over. But yeah, they just know when you're about to do some dumb shit. So, the two people I was cool with, like, they were always doing crazy shit, dumb shit. But it's okay. because it's like I knew if I was to do that, I was gonna be dead. My mother was gonna kill me. And I had to realize that, yo, what they were doing wasn't suiting me. Like, I couldn't do it. No shade, no tea. I just couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. But it taught me how to just let go of the past. It taught me that don't chase something that is not meant to be chased. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. What I've learned is to let go of things that doesn't suit you. That doesn't suit you. Like, it's okay to not be cool with the person anymore. It's like, you don't have to have grudges over that person. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. Second thing I want to talk about is relationship. So, what I've learned in my 20s, and I wish I knew in my 20s, is that don't rush to be in a relationship. Do not rush into being in a relationship. Just because everybody got boyfriends around you, that doesn't mean you got up and rush to have a boyfriend. In my early 20s, I had an ex, and I was with that person for 5 years, since I was 18. But I broke up with that person, I feel like, when I was 23 or 24. 23, I think. And when it comes down to relationships, I feel as if toxicity is not it. Going through each other's phones is not it. Like, just emotional damage and emotional traumas that we need to heal. It's like, bro, we need to heal this, because it's looking bad on both of our parts. When it comes down to being in a relationship at a young age, it's like, don't always tell people that is outside of your relationship, talking about family, friends, what you and your significant other goes through. I mean, if it's like crazy, like, yeah, you gotta tell somebody, then tell somebody. But every little detail, every little fight that you could like handle on your own, handle it. When it came down to my past relationship, and what I learned is that if something is not working out for you, if something is not doing you right, if something like you feel it, like, damn, this person is not for me, leave immediately. Don't have high hopes, or don't have any hopes that the person's gonna change. Like, literally see things for what it is. Your name is not God. You cannot change a person unless they are willing to change for themselves, if that makes sense. I was with a person that I thought could change. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but from what I experienced is that I thought we were gonna be together forever. Tight like a booty hole.
Forever together, forever.
Oh my God, no.
Locked in, tight like a booty hole.
And no, we really wasn't. I mentally outgrew the person. I mentally didn't want to be with that person anymore. Like, it's like I was growing into a different person, and he was just not growing. Like, it was just basically how I met you is who you are to this day. And that's a problem. It's like, bro, like, I'm saying, not trying to bash him or anything. It's just my experience. And I was like drained. And one thing I've learned is that, same thing I said in the friendship part, is let it go. And it's hard because when you're invested into someone for so long, the hope of changing, the hope of the person doing better, that's all you hope for. That's all you want. But when I feel and when I see that I wasn't getting that, it made me turn into this like person that I didn't like who I was becoming. Like, I just had anxiety. I just kept thinking about the future. I'm like, damn, if this person is showing me how it is now, what happens when we really get older? Like, when we reach 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and I'm who I am, and then the person is still not doing what they need to do. That shit was scary to me. And I kept thinking about my future every single day. I kept thinking about my future every single day with this person. And it taught me, like, yo, if a person is showing you their true colors and showing you who they really are, who am I to not believe it? Who am I to say, oh, we are young, he's gonna change? No, I kept saying that, and shit didn't change. Shit changed for a moment and went back to what it was from before. And it was draining me. I couldn't do it anymore. I really couldn't do it anymore. Like, I was literally getting sick. Like, literally. I kept getting sick. Like, when I say sick, I mean, like, I wasn't, like, I was basically focusing more on our future and not seeing it in the present day, like, your relationship sucks. Like, your relationship is not gonna go anywhere. And it was hard because it's like I said, when you're invested into somebody for 4 to 5 years, it's like, bro, you want the best for the person, but the person's not wanting the best for him. And it was draining. I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I really couldn't do it anymore. I was stuck. I was like, nah, like, what's tea? Like, what's really going on? And I had to put myself first, and I had to see that, damn, he gotta go. He gotta go. He gotta go. And I was okay, because I had to make a decision. And I chose me. Sorry, not sorry. And I seen what I've accomplished after him, and I'm so proud. Like, I've seen what I've done without him, and I'm so proud. Like, I'm like, damn. And I'm still single to this day. And it's something that I had to really realize, like, yo, I was with this person for 4 to 5 years, and I didn't even know myself anymore. Like, I didn't know what I liked to do. Like, I know I need to get my shit together, don't get me wrong, but I just was so invested into him that for 4 to 5 years, I forgot who Adeline was. I forgot what Adeline liked. I forgot who my identity was without him. And that was the issue. So it took me, because we broke up 3 years ago, so it took me like a year and a half, 2 years to really find myself again. And I had to heal, because it's like, bro, imagine for somebody being with somebody for that long to now he's no longer in your life. Like, it was sad, but I dealt with it. And one thing that I also realized too is that I didn't see a future with the person. I didn't see a future with the person. I didn't. Like, I did not see a future with the person. And it was sad. It was like, how I'm with you for so long and I can't picture myself having kids with you. Picture myself, getting married, getting a house, moving in together. I couldn't picture none of that shit because of what the person was showing me. And that's exactly what it was. So I had to learn how to put myself first and heal and be like, yo, you're no good for me. Like, we're not teenagers anymore. We're grown-ass adults and things have to change. And if it didn't, then, I had to make a decision where, bye. Literally. So, let's talk about coins. Let's talk about money. I feel like in your 20s, like your early 20s, or even your 20s now, because I'm about to be 26, it's all about staying focused and grinding. I'm not saying, and self-care. But let's talk about the money portion first. I feel as if when it comes down to money, save up, invest, learn how to make your money grow. We're living in an age where money grows fast. You can make money out of doing anything. Like, literally. 9 to 5, OnlyFans, become a social media content creator. Like, literally. You could do whatever you put your mind into. But money, when I was in my early 20s, child, I wasn't saving for nothing. You could ask anybody. I looked fly, but I was dead broke. Let that sink in. I looked fly, but I was dead broke. Like, I'm not talking about, when I say fly too, I'm not saying like I had all the name brands. No, I didn't. I'm just saying, like, I knew how to put myself together, but I was dead broke. I was working at Rite Aid Pharmacy. Literally, before I was a pharmacist technician, I was literally the person that works in the front. I forgot what they call cashier. I was a cashier. I was literally a cashier. Like, no joke. I was a cashier. I was a cashier. I was broke. I was making, and the thing is, I was a full-time college student, and I was a part-time worker. I only work 3 days, and I was making, my check was $3.52 every 2 weeks. How can I save? And it didn't stop. And it literally didn't stop, because even when I graduated college and I got a job, I still wasn't saving. I was like, oh, I'm young, I got time, I got no kids. No, save your damn money, because you never know what could happen. You never know what can happen. And that's one thing I always tell people. People are like, oh, what am I? And saving is not like a good example too. Like, oh, I'm saving, but what am I saving for? I used to always think that, like, okay, I'm saving, but what am I saving for? You just never know. You just never know. You could save it for a car. Save it for getting a new apartment. Save it for, like, getting into a business or doing a business. Like, we just never know what we're saving up for. And that's okay. That is totally okay. But what is not okay is having money. One thing I realized in my early 20s too is that sometimes you have to take risk. Not some people, sorry. Sometimes you have to take risk. And sometimes your risk has to be inevitable, whatever. I can't even pronounce that word. So back in 2020, I joined IM Academy. I was in Forex, right? Child, I know what y'all thinking, like, girl, what? Yeah. I was in Forex for 1.5 years, and I learned how to trade, and I was making money. And also, that pyramid scheme that people thought it wasn't a pyramid scheme, and it was. Yeah, it was a pyramid scheme. Now, like, looking back at it, I believed it into so much, but it was just a fraud. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a fraud. But the thing is, I can't really talk bad about it, is because I really learned how to trade. I learned a lot about the market, about the banking. So I really was learning about Forex and investing my money when it came to cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. Like, I learned. And yeah, the company is bad now, but I'm so happy that I took that risk and learned about certain things, because it was worth it. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was worth it. That $275 a month was not, though. Mind you, like I said, it was during the pandemic. People was getting checks each week, so yeah. But I'm just letting you know, learn and take risk. Like, when you're at a young age, sometimes the risks are not good. Sometimes the risks are great. But when you're at a young age, or when you're in your 20s, it's like, bro, we live in an age now that, like I said in the beginning, we need to learn how to make money. Money's everywhere. It's like side hustles and everything. Like, just learn how to grow your money. Learn where to invest it, how to invest it, so when push comes to shove, like, people can't tell you what to do. People can't say, like, oh, nah, that's wrong. Like, just learn a skill, learn something that can teach you how to grow your money. Seriously. Okay. Yeah, literally learn how to make money and grow. Save, because your girl was not saving. Even when I was in college and I was getting my financial aid checks, I wasn't saving. I just kept buying wigs and shoes and stuff. And child, I was just all over the place. But yeah. So last thing I want to talk about is self-confidence. So one thing I wish I learned when I was in my early 20s, and one thing, like, I'm still learning now to this day, is self-confidence. In my early 20s, I'm not gonna lie, YouTube really identify who I am as a person, and this is why I love doing it. I struggled with self-confidence because of my skin color and how I didn't look like the girls on the internet. And I know it's very common. It's very common. But I kind of struggled. Like, I really kind of struggled. I didn't feel pretty. I felt weird. And I kept comparing myself to what I seen on Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. I was just, I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel pretty. And I didn't feel like that bitch because I was broke. So I really was, I don't know. I just didn't feel like a human. I felt like an outcast. And YouTube really kind of helped me a little bit because it showed me how to research things. It showed me how to be me. It showed me how to be me. It showed me how to read and just have self-love and just, dive deep into why I didn't feel like me. Like, why did I feel like an outcast? Or why did I feel like I didn't belong? Or it was just so many things going on. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to not feel pretty. But it's not okay when you're just doubting yourself and you're talking negativity about yourself every single day. That's when it's not okay. And one thing I realized is that I wish I knew that the girl I am today was always the girl I was. I just never brought it out. And I read a lot of books. I did a lot of research. When I say research, I'm not talking about like articles. I'm talking about like YouTube, how to love myself, how to, just accept me for who I am. And I struggled with that in my late teens and early 20s. And I am so happy that I acknowledged the fact that I wasn't happy. And I acknowledged the fact that I had work to do. Like, when I say work, I'm not saying like physical. I mean like mentally, like appreciate who I am. And I'm so happy that I had to learn how to be alone within that area. I need to learn how to isolate myself and not be around friends and just figure out who I am. I had to be lonely in a sense. I had to be lonely because if I wasn't, I would have just used hanging out with friends as a coping mechanism and not really diving deep into the root of the problem. And the root of the problem was that I didn't like myself. So don't judge me, guys, because my hair looks crazy. Okay? My hair looks crazy. Don't judge me. So yeah, I just didn't like myself. Like, I didn't think I was attractive. I didn't, it wasn't it. It wasn't it for me. It wasn't it. And I'm so happy that I did the work at a young age. The work ain't done. Like, I still got a lot of things that I need to work on, but from who I was before and who I am now are two totally different people. And I'm so happy that I acknowledged the fact that things had to change. Things had to change. I'm so happy that I acknowledge the fact that I'm a human being. It's okay to feel like that. It's okay. But what is not okay is to sit and feel like that every day. But yeah. So I did a wet and go yesterday, but I don't know. My hair is just my hair. Like, I look cute and all, but let me take a big comb. Do I have a big comb? No, hopefully I do have a big comb. I'm thinking like, should I like put it in the front, or I have no clue what I want to do, but I have to do something. So give me a second. Okay, so I'm putting like my hair in an afro, because I'm not going to be out for that long anyway, so I'm just putting my hair in an afro. Let me just sort it up though. Okay, so I forgot I'm recording, but that's what I really want to talk to you about. Is things I wish I learned in my 20s, or things I've dealt with in my 20s, and I just want to, like, you know, share my little story. I guess I don't even know. Like, I just want to share my story, and just, you know, if anybody goes through the same thing I went through, or, you know, just dealing with it right now in their 20s, it's like, girl, you know, I don't know. I've been there. I'm still dealing with it, and it's okay. And if you guys like these type of videos, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I know I keep touching my head because I'm like, I don't know what's going on with it, but yeah, that's about it. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.